After 13 years of waiting and an estimated $1 billion in development, the anticipation for Grand Theft Auto 6 is massive. But that anticipation comes with a new financial reality. The standard edition of the game introduces an industry-high base price of $80. If you want the extra content, the cost jumps to $100 for the Ultimate Edition. Right out of the gate, buyers are forced to make a significant financial choice. This chart maps out exactly what makes the decision complex. You have to weigh 4 distinct variables: price, $80 versus $100, format, digital versus physical, mode, single player versus online, and timeline, buying at launch versus waiting for post-launch updates. Rockstar has turned this release into a forced structural shift in consumer economics. Navigating it requires a calculated strategy, not just hitting a pre-order button. If you pre-order the physical version for day one, you might expect a disc. You won't get one. What actually arrives is a standard plastic video game case containing nothing but a printed piece of paper with a one-time digital download code. This continues a long trend across entertainment. Like the shift from renting tapes to streaming files, the games industry is erasing physical formats. When you redeem that digital code, your $80 becomes a sunk cost. It is permanently tied to your account, meaning you can never sell it, trade it, or lend it to a friend. Historically, physical media guaranteed your consumer rights. A game on your shelf was an asset you owned, with resale value to fund your next purchase. Buying this launch day physical edition hands you the worst of both options. You get the unnecessary plastic packaging taking up space on your shelf, while completely forfeiting the consumer rights and financial flexibility of true physical media. Then there's the Ultimate Edition. To see if it's worth the premium, we need to look at exactly what that extra $20 gets you. This table breaks down your return on investment. For an extra $20, the primary gameplay outcome is 2 exclusive side missions. The rest is mostly cosmetics, cars and clothing from the Vice City pack, plus unique real estate like safe house bonuses and a mod shop. These items are engineered to hit a specific vein of nostalgia. They replicate the pastel blazers and retro aesthetic of an 80s Miami Vice episode. The base game is expected to offer over 100 hours of gameplay. 2 extra missions and some retro outfits represent a tiny fraction of that total experience. Locking this content behind a higher tier weaponizes the fear of missing out. It pushes you to spend more to ensure your game feels complete. Ultimately, the Ultimate Edition functions as a luxury tax. For the average player, you are paying a high premium for a very low content-to-dollar ratio. Rockstar has confirmed that an actual printed physical disc for the game will be manufactured, but it won't be on shelves on release day. To get it, you must sacrifice day one access. Buyers have to wait an undisclosed number of months after the initial launch for the actual disc.
This matrix illustrates the exact financial trade-off. If you buy the digital code, you sink $80 permanently. If you wait for the disc, you retain the ability to recover $40 to $50 by eventually reselling it on the secondary market. In this scenario, patience is a direct financial optimizer. Waiting for the disc effectively cuts the actual life cycle cost of the game in half. There is another major omission at launch. Grand Theft Auto 6 will release entirely without its highly popular online multiplayer mode. The Day 1 experience is strictly limited to the single-player narrative campaign, featuring the new protagonists, Jason and Lucia. This follows a clear historical pattern. With their previous major releases, Rockstar delayed the rollout of the online components by several months to ensure server stability. If you buy the game primarily for multiplayer, your purchase becomes an idle investment. You're committing capital to a product that sits unused for months. That early commitment carries a direct financial risk. By the time the online servers actually go live, the base game might already be seeing its first retail discounts. If your main goal is to play socially with your friends, spending $80 on launch day is a misallocation of your funds. All of these variables come together into a single tool, the GTA 6 Buyer's Matrix. It matches your personal habits to the optimal purchasing path. This decision tree starts with one core question: what drives your Grand Theft Auto experience? From there, it splits into 3 distinct profiles. First is the completionist. If you absolutely need every piece of content the minute the game launches, this path routes you straight to the $100 digital Ultimate Edition. For this profile, the digital tier makes logistical sense. It allows you to preload the massive file size early and ensures you miss zero exclusive content on day one. Next is the budget optimizer. If you rely on the secondary market to cycle through games, your path leads to holding off and waiting for the true physical disc. By waiting for the actual disc, you retain your ownership rights. It's the only way to recover your investment by reselling the game to fund your future purchases. Finally, the social gamer. If you only care about playing with friends, your optimal path is to hold your money until the online mode actually launches. By categorizing exactly how you play, you remove the artificial pressure of the launch window. You replace emotional spending with a rational strategy. The GTA 6 launch is a massive cultural event, but for the buyer, it is a high-stakes test of financial discipline. The urgency surrounding day one pre-orders is carefully manufactured. It is designed specifically to bypass your logical financial evaluation. The smartest players will map out their priorities now. By choosing the tier and timeline that respects your wallet and your playstyle, you control the purchase rather than surrendering to the hype cycle.